When we substitute x equal to negative infinity into this function, we will get infinity over infinity, and hence this is case 5. So we can see that the highest power in the denominator is x squared, but for the numerator, here we have square root. So we need to do something to the numerator first. So our aim is to get square root of x squared. Factorize x squared from x cubed plus 2, and we will get this, and then as per usual, rearrange to get square root of a times square root of b. As x approaches negative infinity, square root of x squared will be negative x. And now we can divide everything here with the highest power in the denominator, which is x squared. So let's do for the numerator first. The numerator is just one term, and hence everything here should be divided by x. But we can actually rearrange this so that it is just negative x over x. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be divided by x squared. Now let's do for the denominator. Here we have two terms, and hence each term should be divided by x squared. So now let's simplify. In the numerator, this is 1 over x, and in the denominator, this will give you 1. Once we're done with that, we're gonna substitute x equal to negative infinity back into our function. So this term is 0, this term is also 0, and this term is also 0. So if this is 0, whatever the value is for this term, the moment it times with 0, everything here is just 0. So that's for the numerator. And for denominator, it is 1 plus 0, which is 1. And hence 0 divided by 1 is 0. So the final answer for this question is 0. Here is some note. If you have 0 divided by any constant k, that will give you 0. So that is your answer. But in this case, if you get any constant k divided by 0, please remember that this is case 3, and hence you need to determine whether this is 0 plus or 0 minus, and this will give you the final answer of positive, negative, infinity. So just please be careful with these two. The difference between 0 divided by k and k divided by 0. This is only applicable for this chapter 8, since we're talking about finding the limits. On for the last question here, substitute x equal to infinity into our function, and we will get infinity over infinity. So we need to divide everything or every term in this function with the highest power in the denominator. And we can see that the highest power is x squared. But in the numerator, we have square root, so we need to do something in the numerator first, and our goal is to get square root of x squared. Just factorize 5x to the power of 4 plus 2 in order to get x squared. So factorize out x squared from this expression, and we will get square root of x squared times 5x squared plus 2 over x squared. The denominator stays the same. Now for the numerator, we will separate it to become square root of a times square root of b. And we know that as x approaching positive infinity, square root of x squared will become positive x. But we are not done yet because in this square root here, you can still see we have x squared. So we're gonna do the same thing for this square root where our aim is to get square root of x squared. So factorize out x squared from this expression and we will get x squared times 5 plus 2 over x to the power of 4. And we will get square root of x squared times square root of 5 plus 2 over x to the power 4. We're going to apply the same thing. As x approaches positive infinity, square root of x squared is positive x. And this is actually x squared. Now, we can divide everything here with the highest power in the denominator, which is x squared. Let's start with the numerator. We will get this, so rearrange so that it's just x squared over x squared. Next is the denominator. Each term should be divided by x squared. So by simplifying, this is just 1, this is just 4. So now let's try and substitute x equal to positive infinity back into our function. This term is 0, this term is also 0. And hence, the numerator is square root of 5 and the denominator is 4. And we get the final answer is square root 5 divided by 4.